I greet you in the love and the light of the infinite Creator. Event is coming soon. YouTube channel. Here's the latest intel.
This is what malevolent ETs are doing to humans. By Ed Cushman. I've lived on this planet for over 75 years, thus I have some experience, and it tells me things aren't right. Being retired, I have lots of time to spend on the computer keeping up on what's going on and not being said in the news media. I should probably say, what they're not allowed to say. Few people realize that what they hear and are told is highly controlled. We're being kept in the dark, so in this article I'm going to reveal what is being done to humans that they don't know about and don't want to believe. It takes a lot of research, reading, watching and listening, to get a true picture of our world. It's not all told in one place but it's revealed in many bits and pieces here and there. Few working class people have the time nor inclination to do this sort of research. They wouldn't believe much of it anyway, because they don't see it on the nightly news. So here is what I've learned from numerous books, talks, and articles from many sources as of February 2017. I'm not citing any of my sources because there are far too many of them over a long time period, it would fill a book. I've considered each source and believe them to be true to the best of my ability. I'm skipping a lot of detail and background information as it would be too involved. This is a brief overview. This may sound like science fiction to you as you've probably not heard this before, but keep an open mind. Let me start at the beginning, because this isn't widely known either. The human inhabitants of Earth have unknowingly evolved and been manipulated and controlled for many centuries by a reptilian race from other galaxies. We call them ETs. They have manipulated our genes and it has been for their own benefit. We were brought here as slaves to work for them. There are numerous varieties of humans, black, white, oriental, etc. This is because we've come from many places in the galaxies. Most planets have only one type of species but because of this collecting, we have many. The Alpha Draconians, Dras, are different kinds of Draco, reptilian life forms, often giant in shape. These races are commonly mentioned as a cruel conqueror race and deeply involved in Earth's history. These reptilians are so advanced that, they have surpassed the physical limitations of their material bodies. These ETs live for thousands of years and are thus very intelligent. To make dealing with us easy, they've dumbed us down. We are a crude, primitive race compared to them. They normally communicate telepathically but some speak physically. They've kept this from us. Can you imagine our world if we could read each other's thoughts? It would be a very different and probably a better world. They've also prevented us from remembering our past lives. Our lives in these physical bodies are built upon lies and misconceptions impressed upon us by those who are covertly running this planet. There is a large variety of aliens from many parts of the galaxy. There are some we call tall whites. They look much like Nordic people. One woman told of seeing a male and female in a casino in Las Vegas. She was intrigued by their perfect, beautiful clothing and perfect skin. She followed them down an escalator and could hear them in her mind. They made a comment about the woman behind them who was listening to them. What are called the Dracs, who look like reptiles, live in our underground. They prefer the underground to the surface as we do. Humans are helping them. Workers building secret tunnels for our government came across other tunnels that no one knew about. Reptilians regard us as primitive, stupid people. Some of them can read our minds and can present to us whatever we wish to see based on our beliefs. What we thought was science fiction is now reality, and happening today. They can assume our forms and do whatever they want. They have underground facilities in Africa and Australia, near the coasts. They have tunnels that lead out into the ocean where they have their crafts and can move on and off the planet from there. The ETs often keep watch over us from their spacecrafts, often hiding in artificial strange-looking clouds. Not all reptilians are evil. Some are good, just as we are among our race. There are many different types of ETs throughout the universe. The Apexian Greys have been heavily genetically re-engineered and manipulated until they became more of an android race. These are probably the most widely known type of ET. Gray aliens were created as a slave race to the reptilians. We have many types of ETs with us, and most are good. They have powers and abilities far beyond that of mortal man. From Superman, they can change their appearance and control our mind. This mind control is also being used by our secret government, apparently influenced by them. ETs have covertly taken control of this planet. Many of the humans among us are either ETs or are controlled by them. Our human DNA is very valuable to them. Human girls have been transported to other galaxies to produce babies for them to work with. We, humans, are not the enemy. The enemy isn't human. The enemy is pushing our buttons. They want us to destroy ourselves so they can keep the planet. The Alpha Draconians are behind this whole affair. If they didn't have us humans, they would have to eat each other. The last thing they want to be involved with is nature. They use all of the bad routines and devices, drugs, etc. that some of us humans do. All people of power are under control of them, and the people don't know it. Recently, it was reported that an internal document acknowledging that Queen Elizabeth is a shape-shifting reptilian was briefly published as a press release on the royal family's official website before being abruptly taken down. During World War II, the Germans were assisted with their secret UFO technology by reptilian consultants. Anti-gravity and propulsion systems were given the Germans. It was kept extremely secret. People doing the work were highly compartmentalized and only knew what their part of the work was about. Only a very few at the very top knew the overall picture of this technology. The first human contact in America was back in 1954 when President Eisenhower met the extraterrestrials at remote Holloman Air Base in New Mexico in 1954. Eisenhower and other FBI officials are said to have organized 3 meetings by exchanging telepathic messages. The first meeting was with Nordic-looking ETs. A non-disclosure agreement was later signed with the smaller gray-type aliens. At these meetings, it was decided that the existence of ETs on this planet could not be revealed to humans because the population could not handle the truth. Eisenhower's great-granddaughter has come out publicly about the meeting. She said in 2012, "I have had several meetings with extraterrestrials, and for the most part they want human rights and self-determination." She is on a mission to continue her family legacy to expose the dark aspects of the military-industrial complex. Eventually the bad ETs have decided that there are too many humans on this planet, thus they want to reduce our population to a more manageable number. The most visible population reduction technique is what we call chemtrails in the sky. They are spraying poisonous chemicals to sicken us and aid in their weather modification work. The unusual weather we're now experiencing is being artificially manipulated with what is called Project HARP. These are high-energy, high-frequency radio transmitter systems that are located around the world in many countries. The California drought is a prime example of its work. There have been snowstorms in the deserts, which is not normal. They have developed many types of sickness and viruses. Of course, treating these is at the same time very profitable for the medical and pharmaceutical industries. We don't hear about the thousands of researchers and physicians who have discovered cures and have subsequently been eliminated. The alternative to population reduction would be to convince humans that we can't continue to produce as many offspring as we want to just because it feels good, without considering the consequences. Our planet's resources are being rapidly consumed and destroyed. The wild animals that live with us here seem to be getting along without an overpopulation problem because they eat each other and thus maintain a balance. For some reason, humans don't seem to want to even consider the possibility of limiting our procreation. ETs are the cause of our constant fighting. I have asked myself many times, why are humans constantly fighting each other? This is the answer: without the reptilians' influence, all of this would stop. When we make war, they feast on our dead, steal our fluids and our energy. They plan and cause our wars. They can cause us to kill each other for their purpose. They are nothing without us, we re everything to them. They see us as retarded and food like hamburger. They control our lower astral plane and are vicious and cruel. To understand this, you must know about the various astral planes and how we travel within them and what happens to us when we die. They live thousands of years and won't eat dead people. They prefer children. They can insert themselves into people who recently died. There are thousands of patent files for new technology that is being kept hidden. If an inventor, doctor or scientist lets their new discoveries and inventions be known publicly, they are either bought out or mysteriously die or disappear. The scientist Nikola Tesla, in 1900, developed numerous types of what he called free energy. When he died, our government confiscated his research papers, and they have been kept secret. Over the years our secret government has developed all sorts of free energy, but it is kept under wraps. If it were made public, our big oil, gas and coal corporations would go broke. Thus we're being kept in the dark ages of this technology. J. Essex, a psychic with whom I've talked with personally, says that these bad ETs are in the process of being removed from this planet and our situation will soon improve. Cross your fingers. The humans on this planet are unknowingly in serious trouble from natural and man-made causes. Because most people are struggling just to stay alive and at least have a small amount of enjoyment in their lives, few take the time or are interested in learning about what is secretly going on around them. One of the serious events that isn't being talked about is the Fukushima nuclear power plant disaster that happened in 2011. A tidal wave knocked out the power generators, preventing the nuclear cores from being cooled properly. The reactor cores melted down. At present, there are unimaginable levels of radiation emanating from Fukushima, dumping highly radioactive water into the Pacific Ocean. There is no method to stop this leakage, which is increasing, and the media is not reporting this for fear of a panic. Fortunately, here in the US, we've managed to defeat a corrupt political regime and elect a president who says he will make America better. The big question is, will the secret elite running the world let him make changes that will actually benefit us? Hopefully, if enough people become aware of what's going on, they will be able to effect a change to our advantage. I'm sure this all sounds like a science fiction story, but it is based on facts from many sources, facts that are being hidden from humanity. Dr. Stephen Greer has a website, the Disclosure Project, at www.disclosureproject.org, which has reams of information about UFOs and ETs. YouTube has many of his talks on this subject that are highly informative. If you're still unsure about all of this alien stuff, a book has been published that has renderings of 86 different species. Extraterrestrial Compendium is available as an ebook from Amazon or in print at ebook.com.
Please like us and share with your social media. Please subscribe and click the bell to be notified of our new videos.
Remember to check out our playlist for important intel you may have missed.
Be sure to enter our subscriber appreciation $100 monthly giveaway. The link is in our description.
And visit our sister channel. The event is coming soon for additional intel and information.
Stay tuned.
Victory of the Light.
Event is coming soon. YouTube channel.